Hey, let's jump right into it, man. On the eve of his federal trial, the man who once ruled the music, fashion, and nightlife turned down a chance to reduce his prison sentence. Why would Diddy take this gamble? Is this pure confidence on his part? Or is this a desperate move from a man whose back is into a corner? Fair use.
Sean Diddy Combs rejected a plea offer during a final pretrial hearing in his sex trafficking and racketeering case. So jury selection will move forward next week. Alice Gaynor was in the courtroom and also learned that Combs is beefing up his defense team.
Sean Diddy Combs entered the courtroom waving to various people. He carried a notebook, put on glasses to read at times, and wore tan prison clothing. During trial, though, the 55-year-old will be allowed to change into something else. A recent court order allows him button-down shirts, pants, sweaters, socks, and shoes without laces for the courtroom. In court Thursday, the judge asked Combs if he rejects the prosecution's offer of a plea deal, to which he replied, "Yes, I do." Details of that offer were not given. Prospective jurors have already filled out questionnaires. Beginning Monday, they'll be questioned individually and asked whether they've read or watched news reports about the case since filling those out. Combs currently has 6 defense attorneys, and today they said they'll be adding 2 more. Of one alleged victim's personal attorney, the defense told the judge they were concerned with her behavior here, saying that attorney had given an interview to a TV network trying to bolster her client's credibility. The judge reminded all counsel and witnesses to adhere to rules of professional conduct. Prospective jurors were asked to get here early on Monday. The judge is hoping to complete jury selection over the course of a few days so that attorneys have the rest of the week for trial prep. Opening statements are scheduled for May 12th. Outside the federal courthouse in Lower Manhattan, Alice Gaynor.
So the trial started earlier today, and the stakes couldn't be higher. We'll be diving into the decision he made not to go along with a plea deal, but risk it all. Let's dive into it. RJ.
Yeah, KR, you mentioned that this was a gamble, but I don't
It's a
remember in what
question.
and I don't remember in which movie I heard either the lead character or the antagonist or the protagonist say, "It's not a gamble if you know you're gonna win." Oh, I think it's in Suits. It's Harvey
Mm.
Specter said, "It's not a gamble
Mm.
if you know you're gonna win."
So basically, you're saying that Diddy is coming out looking like Sir Rock boys. We're ready.
You were waiting for that. I'm not
You
saying
get
that. I
you
am
open
saying
that door. You open that door.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, guys, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on all other socials, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon as well. Remember, we have our thought of the week segment later on in this show. If you want a chance to get a mention or to get a shout out in a future show, please comment, share with us your thoughts and opinions, so you might have a chance to get a mention in a future show. KR.
Yes. By the way, don't get me twisted. I don't think Sir Rock. I bought it only for the show. This is the crazy part. I buy props from time to time, and I was
Just just like when you bought
the
was it
Mario
Bud Light?
hat.
No, the
Or the
Bud
Bud
Light.
Light as well. Yes, I bought the Bud Light as well. The Mario hat with
You had the Mario hat,
with
yeah, the Mario, the Luigi hat,
the Luigi, yeah, the Luigi hat with the
for
Luigi. What's
the
his name?
Luigi, the COD leader.
the clapper.
Oh man,
Anyway,
but yeah.
so well, I was like the 5th of May is very close, so might as well buy one. You never know. Maybe we can we can show that well. It's too late now because he's not part of Ciroc, but hey, he's always will be known as the Ciroc boys. But let's spin the wheel back. Yes, yes, yes. Diddy's trial started Monday. The jury, they're picking the jury. They're estimating about 50 people they'll check out 50 people a day until they find the jurors and the 6 alternates or the backups. And right before that, last week, like the video said, Diddy was offered a plea deal. Of course, the details haven't been shared. But is this something that's usual? Are they trying to see how desperate the other side is, whether they're willing to cave in to the demands of the prosecutor, or is this just panic on the other side? Do the prosecutor believe that they might not have a case and they're trying to keep that, what is it, the conviction rate to 90%? Will Diddy make it 1% after this? Crazy. He said, yes, Your Honor, I did reject the offer. He just didn't say, go F yourself, but I think that's what he basically said. But of course, you got to keep the quorum in the court. Can't say, F you, prosecutor. That's how you lose a game. Got to play the game. We've seen people play the game, didn't play the game, and they didn't get drafted in the first 3 rounds. We're going to talk about it Thursdays. RJ, what do you think about this situation, man?
Well, we've also seen people lose court cases, or at least probation hearings, because they were playing the wrong games. Don't you remember, KaiR, the story we covered where there was the probation hearing?
Oh, Jesus Christ. You're talking about the guy, the NFL player,
Troy Polamalu. That's what it was like.
the Troy Polamalu of the streets.
Not the real Troy, not the legend Troy Polamalu, the one who wanted to reenact his legendary jumping off the O-line instead of.
He got like 20 years, right?
What?
He got like 20 years or something.
He was. Can you imagine, guys? Imagine he was there. He was already sitting. Now you have to be really stupid to do this, man. He was already sitting time, and he wanted like an early probation. So and if I recall correctly, it wasn't his first probation hearing. There were a couple of
he's a
probation requests prior to that, which were denied. And so this one was, at least I think it was denied, or the judge wasn't really. It didn't seem like the judge was really entertaining his request.
He tried to bring it to the table, literally. You don't want to hear me? I'm gonna hear you.
It's not like Troy. It's like Pookie. Polamalu.
Pookie Polamalu or Shannon Polamalu. Which one is it? It happens to be. Well, we gotta cover that on Thursday, guys. It's on Thursday. Shannon is also on Thursday, by the way.
Yeah. So we do have that one. So and that the dude got 20 years. And KaiR, as an attorney, this is what I always tell the clients, my clients. Law is a sport in itself.
Yeah.
So litigation is a sport in itself. It has its own rules. It has not so much to do with justice as people like to believe. It's just a set of rules. And the law is also a set of rules. Mm-hmm. Case law is also a set of rules. And basically, when something happens, you want to use those rules to plea, to either attack someone or defend someone as an attorney, right? You want to attack the counterparty or you want to defend your client. Usually it's both. That's what the law is, and that's what litigation is. This dude didn't got the story that we talked about before that, the Puki Palomalu. He didn't play the game. I mean, he could have lost his I mean, he could have gotten his request denied. He should have just went back, sit a while, ask again. Those are the rules of the
Yeah,
game,
that's all the
KR.
game. That's the game.
But with Diddy, I can understand why he did it, to be honest. Because we see what is happening with Shannon. People are saying to Shannon, because of course, Shannon, for those of you who are still living under a rock, is being accused of certain inappropriate acts. Well, what did you say?
And he's intrusive with the tool.
Come on, this is not funny, guys. I'm laughing. I'm not laughing
You're laughing
at the
matter.
incident. I'm not
No,
laughing
it's-
at. Any case, KR. I've never heard it expressed like that before, I guess. But okay.
Alternate ways. I mean, we need to circumvent the.
Yeah.
Can use
So he
the
was
word.
being intrusive. He was being an intrusive plumber, and I guess that's what
You
he was
make it
saying.
worse. You make it worse.
At least that's what he's being accused of, and he's saying that that wasn't the case, and people believed him. They still believe him. A lot of people, but word got out that he also proposed a settlement, and now people are saying, "Hey, he's probably guilty." So I can imagine Diddy in this case, and I know we're gonna dive deeper into the Shannon story on Thursday, but I just wanted to just touch on that to as an analogy to why Diddy probably didn't accept the plea deal. ASAP was it ASAP Rocky who didn't accept the plea deal?
ASAP when they took it to trial as well.
Yeah, they took it to trial as well because he's like, I'm innocent, and so.
But both are not fats.
That's true.
I mean, he has added new lawyers to his crew as well. We talked about it, I think last week or the week before. The Brian Steele is not part of the team. He added allegedly 2 new lawyers, 2 additional lawyers. So his team is now 6 or 8 lawyers. So it's like this is the team that has to save him.
That's true.
This is the team that will have to save him. Otherwise, he will definitely do 10 to 15 years at minimum.
Did you see? Did you see the movie, The Blues Brothers?
Very long time ago.
Yeah. Okay. There's scene, because for those of you who didn't, if you've watched it, let us know in the comment section down below. Classic movie, The Blues Brothers. It's a very funny movie as well. But of course, in the movie, there are a lot of artists who, some of them are deceased now that we're recording, because I think this movie was recorded like 40 years ago or something.
1980.
1980, yeah. So like over 40 years ago. And
Yes.
so 45 years ago to be exact.
John Belushi isn't here anymore. One of the greatest.
Yeah, so a lot of people, but it was a very great movie. And there was this scene. The plot is 2 brothers who are running from the feds due to a misunderstanding or something. But as they're running, they get into a lot of churches. So they go to a church, and then they go to a farm, and then they go to a lot of places. And in every place, there's like at least 1 or 2 blues artists, jazz artists there, right? And that's how it's like. It's not like a musical, but then they perform something. Okay,
it's like the reverse Sinners. For those who have watched the movies yet, it's the reverse Sinners.
Something like that.
White people trying to get into black.
I guess the reason why I
Black
see it is
Jesus.
that there was a scene as well where they started singing a jailhouse blues, um, which is something that if they ever do a remake of the Blues Brothers, they call it the Hip Hop Brothers, then you know who will feature in
Let's hope they won't. Let's hope they won't.
first and foremost,
All the remakes, they'll probably make the Blues Sisters before they make the Blues Brothers. All the
well, if it's
remakes
produced by
stank.
Disney, they will, yeah.
I'm not gonna say what Blues by Disney will be called. The Rainbow Brothers.
You know what it you know what it will also be called? A flop.
Oh man, Disney, man. I used to own stocks in them. They are crashing out, man. I've never seen such a crash out. But continue. Bring
Yeah,
it back
so
to the
yeah, but if they do a so all jokes aside, I understand why they didn't. I understand why he didn't.
so it's more like you what basically what you're trying to say, it has to do with perception, taking control of the narrative, not to lose face, maybe. And
And
I
you also
mean,
have to take into account that
maybe he
um,
believes he's innocent.
maybe he does. Psychopaths usually do. But what I'm saying is that he's in the music industry, he's in the entertainment industry. Brand matter. Your brand matters. Your
Brand
image
matters.
matters.
That's
So
true.
it does make sense for him to enter into a plea deal, because if he does enter into a plea deal, people will just see that as guilty,
Mhm. Yeah, that's true.
and so
Bird
he's not
brains
gonna get
won't
any
understand.
brand deals back because he
Yeah.
lost all,
Well,
if not almost all.
at
So
this, well, continue. Finish your thoughts. My
no,
bad.
but it's what I'm saying, right? So and then it will definitely be a nail in his coffin.
I do think so. If you look at the big spectrum of things, and I've seen lately people talking about taking people to court. You don't want to end up in court in whatsoever situation, because you see now with Diddy. I'll be honest, RJ. I don't think he'll recover from this. He'll get, even if he beats the case, he won't get any deals anymore. It's the same with Shannon. Even if he beats that case, he beats the accusations. No one is gonna touch you with a 10-foot pole. Well, maybe some execs will, but that's a different pole. You're on mute.
I said that's a 10-inch one.
Yeah, yeah. But hey, that's the problem. Once your reputation is destroyed, it's done. It's done. You see now with Shannon, the brand support sponsorship of his nightcap has been removed.
Yeah.
Some people are not don't want to be seen on the same screen as him, their logo. So yeah, at this point, I think he's just fighting for his freedom.
Is
And
that
he believes that, hey, whatever happens after this, he'll try to figure it out. Maybe restart another brand or whatever. But hey, man,
is that why Gilbert Arenas is not there anymore? Because he used to be like Gilbert was the main partner covering basketball at least a
maybe.
year ago. And now I saw Joe there, Joe Johnson. I think I saw Roy Hibbert as well, or at least a thumbnail of Roy Hibbert, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
So maybe, people are also saying, okay, we're going to just take a step back. We don't want to be associated just in case.
Yeah. But what you see now is that, for example, you had I think it was the DraftKings, right? That was
Mhm.
his
Yeah,
his
the
main
DraftKings is not there anymore.
logo is not
Yeah,
there.
the logo is
I
not
think
there
I
anymore.
think I saw Chad putting shirt, the NFL shirt on, I think, was also another low. It's getting crazy, man. So
Yeah.
what you want to do when you're in that position, you don't want to be affiliated with that lawsuit at all.
Yeah.
I
So
think that's why Shannon tried to give her the 10 million so he can save the other 90 million.
yeah.
But that failed.
Yeah.
He should have paid the 25K when he had the
Yeah.
chance.
But that was a civil case, and in Diddy's case,
yeah,
that's
Diddy is. Yeah. But there are other people that are also retiring, RJ. Happens to be the week
tell me.
before the trial. I want to shout out. I mean, you got to give a shout out to the people that are retiring. People who have put in the work. Shout out to.
Wanted to share it, and we started not to do it this way, but the thing that moved me was I wanted to share it with our e-church. Well, I guess we ought to go home. Please be good to our people.
So, Bishop T.D. Jakes announced that he's retiring as lead pastor. And you know how people will do? They'll do you dirty. People said Sean Combs' trial begins on May 5th. So it has to be.
yeah.
This is crazy. But a friend of Diddy as well. Another one who's taking a step back because a couple of, I think maybe 6 months ago, or was it 9 months ago, we talked about all the execs, high placing people that's all of a sudden all decided to retire.
Almost simultaneously.
Diddy gets arrested, they are retiring. I mean, hey, it coincidence. Some people call it coincidence, others call it maktub. For those who don't know, go read Alchemist if you don't know what that is. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Some call him maktub. I don't know. RJ, share your thoughts.
Yeah,
man.
some call it maktub. Cat Williams will call it prophecy fulfilled, maybe. Because Cat Williams did mention TD Jakes and together with Diddy when he was on the viral podcast Club Shay Shay by none other than Shannon Sharp. KaiR, the world is a very small place.
Small place. And it's
every-
also continue.
Man, everything has to do. I mean, Cat Williams were saying, I mean, for those of you who want to say they are overhyping Cat Williams, up until now, a lot of things that he said came true. Well, we don't know anything. I mean, we're going to talk about TD Jakes in a bit. After, of course, I tell you guys to remember to rate the show by pressing the like button, subscribe to the channel, comment, let us know your thoughts and opinions so you get a chance to get a shout out during our comment in our comment of the week section in a future show. But yeah, there's nothing concrete yet. There
was a case going on.
Yeah, but
that was a weird case. If it was Kendrick who would be rapping about this case, he would say, Diddy got a real case. Why is he around? Almost used the N-word. Two men claiming some weird stuff. That's all I'll say. He's fighting it, so he's trying to to counter it. But hey, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'll be honest. Maybe he's staying ahead of the curve. Sometimes you gotta quit while you're ahead.
I think that because there are allegations out there,
A lot of
but
them, yeah.
there's nothing concrete, no concrete case as far as I'm aware of that at least puts him in immediate danger. It's not like
Yeah.
that's as far as we are aware of.
That's the
You know,
thing.
KaiR, if there is a federal case, then they would have approached him. Of course, they approach you directly before they approach you, before the news breaks out, right? So
Are you saying he's maybe a witness?
I'm not saying anything. I don't know what
Oh,
it is.
I
What
don't
I'm
know.
saying is,
Maybe you let your lawyer brain work, and then you see the witness angle already. I don't know.
it's because my lawyer brain is working that I'm choosing to shut the F up. I don't know anything. Let's wait until the news breaks out. That's what I'll say.
Or as Letitia James would say, these are only empty accusations.
Empty accusations, yeah. In any case, I
Shout
do
out
think
to
that
her. No, RJ.
I have a
Nothing else to say?
question. No, that's it.
Okay. Guys, we want to hear from you. Do you think it's a smart move by Diddy to reject this plea deal? Is he holding out because he's innocent or just because he thinks he can manipulate the system? Like he was manipulating matter around him all this time. When this trial starts, do you expect a bombshell to be dropped within the next couple of days after the start? I mean, the jury selection starts 5th of May. It is expected that the trial itself to start on 12th. So will we receive like a crazy first day heater? Let us know in the comments what you think. Of course, the best, most interesting comment will be featured in one of our future videos. So share your hottest take.
Yes, guys. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our socials. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. And as KaiR said, mention, at least shout, comment, engage with us, and who knows, maybe your comment will be highlighted in the comment of the week section of a future show.
Yes. The second topic of today will be a topic of a fat favorite, another fat favorite. Someone who's been highlighted multiple times during our show and who's on her way out and on her way into the feds. All the way out of her current position as mayor of Dalton and supervisor of Thornton Township. We're talking, of course, about Tiffany Henyard, also called the super mayor. But now Tiffany Henyard might be also be centered into a supersized federal investigation. Super. Might as well go out with a super indictment. The FBI officially expanded its probe not just into the Dalton situation, but also the Thornton Township. And folks, hey man, it's no longer whispers. It's getting real out here. Fair use.
At 10, the federal investigation into embattled South suburban politician Tiffany Henyard is expanding.
Sources tell us tonight the FBI is now looking into how taxpayer money was handled in Thornton Township, where she's a supervisor, at least for a few more weeks. Henyard has been a no-show for every Thornton meeting for months, and it was no different tonight. Our Jermont Terry is live in the South suburbs with what he's learned. Jermont?
Joe and Erica, tonight, multiple sources confirm that federal agents have in fact ventured here into Thornton Township. And in the past 3 weeks, they have talked to several current and former employees of the township, all talking about the spending associated with Henyard's administration and her time as supervisor, a tenure which comes to an end in May.
Any further discussion? If not, call roll, please.
Tuesday night, Thornton Township trustees carry on official business without the lame duck supervisor, Tiffany Henyard. Despite Henyard's term coming to an end next month, she remains MIA for her position.
I can't remember when the last time was.
Yet over the weekend, Henyard did show her face to hand out food boxes to residents for the Easter holiday.
Thank you so much for loving on me. This is not the last of your super mayor, Tiffany Henyard. I got bigger and better things coming.
CBS News Chicago, through multiple sources, confirmed the feds have come into Thornton Township.
Bigger and better things and loving on her. Taxpayer money is gone. And now her career is in shambles. Feds are circling around her. So let's talk about what went wrong. Where's the money? And hey, maybe she'll be handing out food in the courtyard instead of during Easter. RJ.
Yeah. KaiR, I'll just say this. I'm not Tiffany Henyard's attorney. And so and I don't want to be either. I can't be either because I can't practice in the US. But I'll just give a friendly advice. This is just a friendly advice. And of course, guys, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our socials. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon as well. But you have the feds investigating. You know the feds have a very high conviction rate. If I were you, Tiffany, I would start attending some Thornton Township meetings. Because if they do decide to prosecute you after having concluded their investigation, they might detain you on the basis that you're a flight risk. I mean, this is a bit far-fetched, but I would just say just go to some meeting.
I think most of the people also agree with that. Because she hasn't been like the Kai who mentioned already before. He hasn't seen her in a long time. He was, by the way, the one who put her up for the position. We talked about it a very long time ago, but yeah, let's continue watching the video. Let's see what else they have to say. Fair use.
The FBI was already looking into Dalton finances spending, and now the probe, according to sources, have spilled over into the township where Henyard was appointed.
There's probably more gone than we think is gone.
Mary Avant is a newly elected trustee and will be sworn in next month. She's not at all surprised the feds are now widening the investigation to the township Henyard oversaw. What is your thoughts and concerns when you hear that federal agents are now talking to Thornton Township employees?
I'm actually pleased with it.
And remember that infamous township brawl when Henyard jumped in the middle? There's new fallout. The activist and his friend are now suing the township. The two fought with Henyard and her boyfriend, who was a township employee at the time. Tuesday night, the trustees voted to hire an attorney to represent the township.
At the time, she was a supervisor. She is the supervisor today. So once again, it's just to protect the township. You know, she still is, as of right now, part of the township.
So here in Thornton Township, when an elected official misses 5 consecutive meetings, they have the authority to somewhat remove and start the process, remove that person from office. However, because she only has 1 meeting left, Henyard, that is, they're questioning as to whether or not it's even worth it at this point. But one thing that is moving forward, that federal probe where federal agents are currently talking to past and current employees. Reporting live in Thornton Township.
So yeah, it seems like the fate is sealed. You're on mute.
If you believe in fate, then it's definitely sealed, right? If you believe in luck, then you would say she has a bad one. If you believe in God, then at least he can save you. But when I say save you, I'm talking about saving your soul, not your body, which is why a lot of people convert in prison. I think that Tiffany is done for. She's probably she probably knows it as well, which is why she's trying to do as much as possible outside of the office. Breathe as much open air as possible, because I mean, her time, the clock is ticking, and her time is almost up.
RJ, I do believe you forgot one thing. If you believe in locks, that's what you're gonna hear.
Rastafari.
Rastafari. Shout out to Eubank Senior. Rastafari.
If you believe in locks, then it's two things you'll hear. That sound right there, and somewhere on the other side, of the prison, you'll hear Rastafari.
Oh man.
Shout out to him, man.
It's such a this is the crazy part, right? They can remove someone when they haven't attended five meetings, but at this point it doesn't even matter anymore, because she'll be gone within a week or so. And fighting it at this point, this is how bad it is. They don't want to put any energy in it anymore, because it's a closed chapter. I mean, imagine, RJ, you're missing critical meetings affecting budgets, safety, policy, but you got enough time to stand in front of the camera on Easter just to show your smile.
Yeah.
That's not leadership, man. That's far
I mean, there's
from
no
leadership.
point. She doesn't see the point in doing it as well, because she also knows that her time is up. It hasn't accomplished her mission to convince her peers that she is qualified. Shout out to Turtle. But that she's qualified for the job. And so why would you go through that? You'd go through that because you care for your people. The fact that she's not doing it anymore can be interpreted as her not caring for her people, but only for herself. And when she doesn't have anything to gain from that position as the Thornton Township supervisor, then hey, she's out.
That's right. That's why I'm here. I was always going to be here. That's right. Rastafari.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Mr. Eubank. A pleasure to speak to you.
Rastafari. That's my son. That's my daughter. That's what the mom is probably gonna say.
Rastafari.
Rastafari. That's locks. Locks upon locks. Nah, but And don't forget, RJ, this is the crazy part, right? Right now you have Jedediah Brown, who we've covered before. We've shared our thoughts on what he was doing. Something wrong, something right. It's whatever you want to call it. But at the end, he was the one who got slapped up in Township during the meeting in January. And he's suing the Township because 2 employees of the Township attacked him. So now, chances are the Township will have to settle a case, losing more money. Or they're paying a lawyer already. So they have to pay a lawyer and also maybe settle this case. There was basically a problem that Tiffany Henyard brought to them because of the way she acted, the way her boyfriend acted, Kamal Woods, and the
What did you
heat
say?
she brought.
Did you just say knock on woods in Pig Latin?
And the heat she brought to the meeting, because the only reason Jedediah Brown was there is because of her. If she was doing her job, it's amazing. I think we talked about it during the previous show. It's amazing to me still that someone gets a once in a lifetime chance, RJ. Once in a lifetime.
But when it's given and not
maybe.
earned, you
Yeah.
lose it. Easy come, easy go.
Easy come, easy go. She earned last year. They investigated. She earned in all the positions she was at $347,000.
She's gonna deal with the power and the money.
More than I think the mayor of Chicago. This is crazy. Imagine you earn you don't earn it. You by
Officially.
luck, by chance, you're at the right place at the right time. A bag of money falls into your lap, and you decide to open your legs and let it keep flowing down. You gotta close your hands. The bag is in your hands. This is crazy.
KR, I have to tell you, and I'll tell you this because I care for you. You're my brother. Please think these analogies through, man. What the hell are you talking about? Opening legs, and then you're talking about what are you talking about,
gut.
man?
It falls into your gut. You gotta close your legs.
Please, KR,
Buddy.
KR, shut the F up, man. You're making it worse. Please, shut up. KR, I care for you. You're my brother. Stop it, man. Stop it. Consult at least with ChatGPT before you. You're sure.
Well, maybe I should
No,
read
man.
from whatever ChatGPT is saying, because it will probably not give me those types of analogies.
I bet you they won't, man. I don't think anyone can give you that type of. Even if you ask ChatGPT to sabotage your career, it won't be able to come up with what you just came up with, man. Come on, man.
Anyway.
Money falls on your wait. Money falls in your lap, and then you have to open your leg. She opened her leg, so it fell on the ground.
It fell on the ground. Yeah.
And then you say,
here.
KR, your solution is to close your hand, but that's nothing to do with your boy.
It fell in your gut. You catch it with 2 hands, like a booty.
In this, like a pirate's treasure is what you're talking about.
Yes,
right?
yes. You catch a booty with 2 hands, never with 1. At least that's what Sensei told me. I don't know. Wax on, wax off.
Again, KR. You're talking about a booty, a pirate's treasure.
Yes.
Now you're talking about a sensei, man. These are two Entirely different things, man.
Wax on, wax off.
What does that have to do with a pirate's treasure?
Wax on, wax off. Two hands. You know, right? Two
Think
hands.
these things through before you talk.
Wax on, wax off.
Please stop doing that as well. Let's just continue. Let's take the L and keep it
I'm
pushing.
not allowed to do anything. What kind of show is this?
Take the L and keep it pushing.
Guys, let us know in the comments what you think. Do you think Tiffany Henyard will be doing some wax on, wax off, cleaning out the prison cells, cleaning out the floors? Should she have been removed a long time ago already for skipping these meetings? And do you think there is much accountability lost, and we need to keep holding these local officials more accountable for what they're doing? Back in the days, they would hold local officials accountable. I don't know if you want to go to the Middle Ages, because that type of accountability no one can handle. That's the type of accountability that ends up with a rope around the neck, and it's not BDSM play. Let us know in the comments what you think, guys. We'll be choosing the best comments to be mentioned in one of our next video. Thank you, RJ, for not commenting on what I just said.
When you said that, I could only think of the message that we're probably going to discuss on Thursday about that lady asking Shannon to put a black baby in her.
Oh.
Remember, guys, to rate the show by pressing the like button, follow us on our socials, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon as well, so you stay up to date when we drop new videos.
Some people would say Shannon is black. Others would say Shannon is green.
Is what? Green?
Green. No green in the sense of money. Green in the sense of young in the mind.
Naive,
and also
naive.
naive. Yeah, young in the mind. So what that sounds bad.
Shut the hell up, man. I'm telling you, man. You should write out these jokes on paper first. But by the time you're done writing,
my brain is corrupted. Help me.
By the time you've done writing the joke on paper, hopefully we finish the segment.
All the jokes go left.
You're off.
Oh, man, I'm off like hell.
Dude.
Jeez.
You're off. Dude.
Third topic of today. 100 men versus one gorilla. Did you see this? I mean, everyone has seen this trend. This viral question. And of course, it's not the Planet of the Apes, because we know how that ended. Caesar telling his former owner, peace out. People are spending hours and hours arguing about this situation. 100 grown men versus one silverback gorilla. We're talking about 100 grown men and no Democrats. It's taken over the social media. Fair use.
Crazy as hell. 100 versus me. You nigga didn't know I had an Instagram. Let's see what these niggas talking about. Goof ass nigga. Heard these niggas looking for me. Where I go. Yeah, goof ass niggas. I told y'all don't need 200 niggas for me. Yeah, King Kong cousin. Where I at, pussy ass nigga? Huh? Yeah, I'm coming for you. You got me fucked up. Hey, what? Nigga, you gonna pay my shit for it,
What's up, man?
So, but you seen the hundred folk they were looking for me. They said they want to fight.
Yeah, when you escape, right?
No, don't worry about that. I'm saying, you want to fight?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can take you, man.
Oh, okay, exactly.
You out like that.
Exactly. What's that? You know what the hundred boys at? So what's that shit y'all was saying on the Instagram? Quit saying, nigga. Quit saying, nigga.
It's crazy how this turned into a viral moment. 100 men.
Banks?
It's Desi, yeah.
Shout out to
100 men versus one gorilla. Is this the dumbest debate ever or just genius?
Didn't think we would cover this.
Are we preparing for Planet of the Apes? Now, already.
Yeah, so my first question is this what we should really be debating as human beings, as people, with all the things going on in today's world? Is this really what, I mean, layoffs left and right, prices are skyrocketing,
bombs are flying left and right.
What did you say?
Bombs are flying left and right.
Bombs are flying left and right. And we're asking about, I mean, this is crazy. Guys, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on other socials. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. KaiR, but it didn't start with Desi, right?
No, it didn't start with Judge. It just was a random question. I don't know how it started, who started it, but people are out right now. A lot of people out here doing tape work, as in tape work, watching tape on the ops, seeing how the ops is moving. You know, you gotta, in order to determine whether you can approach your ops and strike fear into them. How should you do it? Is this the way?
So you can come this way.
Good. We are lucky we cannot smell in videos. So I have a feeling someone just shattered their pants. Crazy. More video. We're doing some recon work. This is a full-blown gorilla. King Kong.
King Kong consciousness.
That's really one.
People are saying we stand a chance, though. People are saying we stand a chance because look at this. Let me mute the. If a goose can attack him and it got him on his back, we'll talk about we. Who's we? I'm not we. I'm the organizing. I'm the organizer. I'm part of the Squid Game group. I'm not the Squid Gamer. I would be the one who presents you the offer. Do you want to earn some money for you and your family? I'm that type of man in this situation. I'm not part of the 100. But they're saying men stand a chance. If you act like a goose, you might be able to beat the gorilla.
Is that what they say? Then I think the army of 100 men will come out of California.
Oh man. The question is, of course, this is a crazy debate, man. I don't know why people are debating this type of craziness. I do agree with you, RJ. With all the things happening in the world, There are better things to discuss.
I
Because right
saw-
now, this is such a crazy hypothetical. There are people coming out. You know how? Let's hypothetically, if this was a Squid Game. For those who don't know, that's a
South
series on Netflix where people play certain games.
Yep.
So you would have to put a pot together for the money for 100 men to be part of. And in order to make it a bit juicy, you would have to put, because otherwise all the men will avoid confrontation. You got to put the first one to meet the maker will get 100 million for the family. And the guys who are still alive after the one encounter, they will split the money, 50 million. I think that's reasonable. But RJ, what do you think about this? Is this?
I mean, I saw a meme that said, or at least Dwight Howard posted it actually. He said, like, it depends on who the 100 men are. If you have a combination of Shaq, Dwight, Draymond Green, and what's the dude from New Zealand? Stephen Adams, who are all, big enforcers in the NBA. If the 100 men consists of those type of people, then they will definitely be. I don't know about you, but I've only seen one Shaq in my entire life, so I don't know where they'll find the other 19 or 29. But
I'll tell you this: when the gorilla snaps that first hand in the first arm in two. The biceps was scattered. You know that's crazy. RJ, you know what's crazy? My biggest thing is this. When the gorilla attacks and gets the first man and breaks him or bites his head and it explodes or whatever happens, what we will see is people trying to crawl out of the octagon.
yeah. They are.
It's crazy. I can already see it in front of me, man. I don't know why people do these hypotheticals. RJ, tell me.
They'll walk just like the gorilla, so it believes that they're on his side. They want the gorilla to believe that they're on their side, so his side. So they'll all start walking around like gorillas. Looking, I mean, come on.
RJ.
It's gonna be a very smelly octagon as well.
The gorilla. That's how the gorilla will be telling the story back to his wife.
This I went straight with an uppercut and straight punch. So this uppercut lifted the guy in the air. Before he landed, I took a straight punch.
This feels like a movie.
It is like a movie, but
I put him in a full Nelson.
This I went straight with an uppercut and straight punch. So this uppercut.
How was it?
I put him in a full Nelson.
Yo, why aren't the apes in Planet of the Apes talk with a original accent? They all talk with an English accent.
They talk with an English accent.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be more suitable for them because they're from the motherland to talk with a?
But there are a lot of I think they just chose, just like all the other former colonial, to speak the colonial language as a formal language.
So what they are saying is all the apes on the Planet of the Apes, they haven't shown any African apes. They only show Western apes.
European apes.
Yeah, westernized apes. So isn't this something we need to protest?
Again, that's below the 100 man versus one gorilla
That's another.
on my priority list, to be
we
honest.
drop a brand new discussion.
Yeah,
One for BLM.
Yeah, one for BLM. Yeah.
No, but this is crazy. Well, there are people who say that they have done it before.
Ooh, what? Father gorilla?
Fair use.
Living proof that 100 men could easily defeat one gorilla in a fight. And that's because in 2006, working special forces in the Congo from Cape Town, my unit and I were attacked by a silverback gorilla, and I personally pacified and put the gorilla to sleep permanently with just my hands. And that's because if you're actually from South Africa, you're from the Congo, if you're from Africa at all, you're not from the United States and Europe, or you don't know about these animals, you would know that it's actually very easy to fight back and take the life of a gorilla. They do not have the software to understand an opponent resisting or an opponent attacking back. They're not used to that. They do not understand how to strike, how to hold, how to grab. They come at you running, they come at you thumping, they come at you barking, screaming, but actually they have no idea how to fight or how to win. It's all show. And I stood there, I stood still, I took blows, I took a lot of spit, and I grabbed the gorilla around the neck, I fell backwards, pacified, snuffed out. That simple. I really hope this clears it up. 100 men could kill a gorilla in a matter of seconds. It's not difficult, it happens all the time. Gorillas are hunted to extinction right now, and a lot of the times they're killed with bare heads. It's that easy. It really is like taking candy from a baby.
We know who's gonna be the first in the ring. Send the white boy in.
KR.
Some would call it the pawn sacrifice.
The born sacrifice.
Send them in. The king of the jungle versus the king of the streets.
Of the concrete jungle.
Concrete jungle. Send them in. And I think looking at how divided people are these days, people will follow him.
But there is so if I understand correctly, he's saying that he rear naked choked him.
That's according to him. You know, RJ, I've met
That's the only
Rihanna.
way.
I've met Rihanna in 2005.
You did.
Yes.
Okay.
I sang for her the Umbrella song. Was it 2005 or 2002? Sorry, my bad. I sang for her the song and she stole it from me.
Are you saying that he's just making up the story?
In other words, I'm trying to get my money these days.
I'll tell you
Just like
this,
him.
KR.
He's telling a story. Come on, man. Do you think?
Let me tell you this. I'll tell you this, KR. I don't think what?
Try to rear naked choke this one. Jump on his back and see what happens. You know how they break twigs? That arm will be broken like a twig. You know the sound of a twig. Like,
yeah, the twigs. Yeah.
That's how it's gonna sound.
But KR, I will say this. The only way that I think you can beat these animals is through leverage, because they're more powerful than you. So when I philosophized about this question, my conclusion was also a choke. Because that's all, as one person, that's all you can do. You can hit harder than it can.
No, that's true.
So it has to be a real Renika choke
So
now.
so who will be
or a
who will
choke
be
or what?
who will be the sacrifice to get his eyes in front of him so someone can jump from the back and hope their arm can go around the neck and doesn't stop at the half,
No, you
because
can
then
get
you're
your arm.
screwed.
You can get your arm.
Can you?
I think you can.
I hope. Because
Yeah, you can.
otherwise it's
Because
over
that's
for
the
that
thing,
one.
right? Here, if the arteries or if the veins are situated in the same place, you can be like a very big buff guy, like a gym bro, but your veins are still here. So if its veins are accessible, that's the only way that you can do it. Now, the thing is, once you have someone's neck, so in a hold, if you don't if you've trained, you know what to do. You know what arm to block, what arm not to block. Of course the gorilla will just panic and will try to grab you. You have to beware. Because if it catches you, then you're done for. The solution for that is to let someone else attack the gorilla from the front, so that person will become the sacrificial lamb.
That white boy, he basically said he can do it, so
No, he said he can choke him out.
Well, let's put him in front of
I prefer sending 15 Dwights and let the dude that apparently knows how to do it do the choking out.
I would say let the dude who says that he can choke gorillas, for him to stand to write a instruction how the taller guy with the longest arm can leverage his arm around the neck of the. Oh, by the way, make sure you don't put it too high. Don't let your hands fall between the lips, because that's also 100. What is it? 1,300 psi's. That's worse than a twig. That's like chewing through fishbone for us. But yeah, this is crazy, man. I don't know how people think this is a good idea, but
I just have to do one before we close this. I just have to small correction. I said I prefer the white dude than the white. I prefer the white to be the decoy, but I think the white. Well, from what I've understood, he's. I mean, if the allegations are true,
you were trying to talk crazy about me the previous.
If the allegations are true, then he can also choke. He has experience doing that. So anyway, that's it for me, man. I'm done.
Now my brain is going someplace else. I won't say. I thought you was gonna say another joke.
I'm not like that.
I don't think putting the white behind the gorilla is a good idea, because we'll get that
sued. You'll get sued by the zoo. You'll get sued
by the zoo, by the family of the gorilla.
They'll say, I can see the headlines.
Father.
I can see the headlines already, KaiR. Gorilla loses its life in a worse way than Harambe. Harambe didn't get.
Harambe stood a chance. He stood a chance.
Harambe at least got put out of its misery directly, but this gorilla was tortured to death.
They tried to put a skirt on the gorilla.
And the wig. It's the wig. Remember? Dude with a wig.
This show is a disgrace. This show is going down the drain real fast.
Oh man.
Oh man. And what's the gorilla's name again? I forgot the name, but okay.
Harambe.
Harambe. It wasn't Harambe though, but let's continue. Let's close out the show, guys. What do you think?
Oh, that's good.
Damn, RJ, you're just too focused. Yeah. Oh man. You want me to spat it out? I'm trying to avoid a lawsuit, my man. I'm trying to let my lawyer brain work. I'm not a lawyer, but at least I'm trying to avoid a lawsuit. Who do you guys think will win? 100 men? It of course 1 versus 1. The white versus a gorilla. Who will win? How many men do you guys think will take? Well, let's not call it take. How many guys do you think will pass away before the gorilla is out? Are you willing to sacrifice, use 10 men as bait in order to rear naked choke this gorilla? Who do you guys think should do it? Is it the white? Should we let John Jones do it? Or should we just send Diddy in there and close it out? 100 men versus 1 gorilla. Drop your guys' thoughts down below, and of course, we're gonna feature the best comment in one of our future videos. RJ.
Yes, KaiR, you mentioned John Jones. John Jones, I believe John Jones can. I'm like Dana White in that instance. John Jones can definitely take care of that gorilla. So they'll find it relief of its misery. After the white's done with the gorilla, they'll call the gorilla Kitty.
You look.
But in any case,
You just looked it up. Yo, kid. Y'all niggas are crazy, man. God bless you.
remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And hit the notification icon says they say up to date when we drop new videos. KaiR, you're up next, man. You're up next.
Let's go to the next comment of the week. Comment of the week will go to Rudolph Williams, who responded on our show of last week relating to Diddy hiring star lawyer Brian Steele. And we talked about the 5th of May, and Rudolph said, did he say 5th of May? Dude is living in the future. Yes. One thing I haven't told you guys. We went into the DeLorean. Went into the future. See what happened. And that's why we come back every week and tell you the future is now. And what is going to happen next week. So that's how we do this show. Cost us millions. You know how many millions we poured into this outlet? It's a shame you guys are not subscribing, so make sure you drop the subscription down below so we can have an ROI. It's $1 million time machine we're dealing with. It's a crazy white boy, he created it, but we're in it every week, in and out, through time, going back to the future and returning and telling you guys how to move. RJ.
Yes, guys. Well, I want to thank the what's the commenter's name?
Oh, here you go. Rudolph Williams.
I want to thank Rudolph Williams for support. Yes, we did say the 5th of May. We wanted to say the 4th because then we would say May the 4th be with you. But unfortunately, it's the 5th. There's nothing. It's not like it's a very important day, but no one knows too much about that day. And now this day will get overshadowed by something bad. KaiR, I'll tell you one thing, man. There are a couple of weird things that happens on May 5th. It's Chris Brown's birthday. There was this political leader that got popped on May 5th.
Oh, this is May. I know who you
5th.
mean. You have to tell his name, but I know. who
And
you
there was another thing that happened. I can recall, which was also on May 5th. So it's like can't recall what the the Chris Brown's birthday thing is not like a bad thing. It's not like the day he hit Rihanna, but that's just like a random fact. In any case, okay, I'm just
Can't even say
let's just move
allegedly.
on. Man. Let's just move on.
Convicted for it. It's a
Let's just
lawyer
move on.
right here. He didn't even say allegedly because apparently he got convicted for it. Don't have to say allegedly.
Well, allegedly, yeah. I thought it was like something that he's okay with. At least people are talking about it like it's a fact.
What?
No, I didn't mean like that. Like he's okay with it. I meant like he's not.
Okay.
He's not like.
It's not a taboo.
He's not. He's not saying it didn't happen anymore.
Oh,
He's
okay.
accepted it and he's moved
He's
past
moved on
it right now.
Good. That's good. That's
and
good.
and he's people thought that he wouldn't come back, but he's rebranded himself, and people are taking $1,000 pictures with him, risking their relationships.
Good luck to all of them. Let's go to around the internet. Around the internet, the first one for today. Machine baristas coming at your Starbucks in 3, 2, 1. Fair use.
Thing that Starbucks loves to do is allow partners to be themselves or whatever that PR that they want to push. I don't understand how that's in good faith of letting us express ourselves. I don't understand how that's supposed to embody craft and culture and bring us back to that coffee house kind of vibe that Starbucks is asking for. Because for some reason, you all can't understand how to schedule more people in a zone. You can't understand that people are taking LOA, and that you can't understand that it's not appropriate to tell someone that they are okay, that they should be doing the work of 4 people. That's disrespectful. I'm sorry, how often do I see you actually on the floor and actually helping instead of going against things that help us? When your partners are saying, I need you, I need help. Sorry, we're busy. I'm doing admin. Sorry.
This is not a legal action that Starbucks is taking by unilaterally deciding what the dress code is going to be, and then creating this so-called feedback session where the dress code's already created, and we're just expected to let off some steam and still accept it. Line down. This isn't a feedback.
That any of these partners feel manipulated by all of you all who are also continuing to push this agenda on us. And that's all I really have to say. Something that.
So what you just saw is Starbucks baristas discussing the more conservative dress code that the brand requires from now on, which is a huge change from the current policy. That means that many workers have to buy all new wardrobes while limiting self-expression. Barista at the Seattle Roastery marched together as a union to confront uncaring management and demand they also address lack of hours and staffing. If Starbucks isn't listening, we'll keep taking actions until they do. Starbucks cannot legally make unilateral changes to store policies without bargaining with our union. We intend to reject this new regressive dress code in our nearly 600 union stores.
So
You're on
the
mute.
problem is that
Yeah,
no,
I
I'm
can
not
hear
on
you
mute.
now. I can hear you now.
I wasn't on mute. So the problem is, if I understand it correctly, that Starbucks wants to introduce machine baristas, and
No.
they're
I'm saying this is gonna be the introduction of machine baristas because of these complaints. That's what I'm projecting the future.
okay, because that's what I was about to say. If Starbucks introduces machine baristas, and what do unions usually do when they want to put pressure? They strike.
Just in time.
Just But so their problem is that they feel like Starbucks is not like giving them
the dress code. So the dress code, the Starbucks is requiring from its baristas a more conservative dress code in stores, which is a huge change for the current policy. The current workers have to buy all new clothing wardrobes while limiting their self-expression.
okay.
So I would think, if I look at this just from a perspective of how this will go, I mean, the actions, let's call it the strikes, will be, maybe this is what the management wants. I don't know. I'm just sitting at home in my mother's basement. But I would say either you get pushed out through the left or the right. At the end of the day, most of the time, you see what happened to a lot of stores that are introducing full machine stores. We talked about it last year. I think we covered the McDonald's and a couple of fast food chains that are introducing
Burger
fully
King.
unmanned stores.
There was a Burger King, I believe.
We did a full machine managed McDonald's.
Was it McDonald's?
Yeah, it was a McDonald's. I know for sure because I showed it to other people as well. And the KFC in Russia, who was partially managed.
That's true. Hey, this is the future, man. This is the future. We're seeing a lot of layoff. They're saying that it's like tariffs. They're saying that it's like economy. There's all those things, but it's also just automation.
It's automation, man.
Around the world, KR, there's a battle. We've always known. I'm going to be real short about this because I can talk, longer on this topic. But then this is just a short thought segment. Guys, let us know if you want us to talk longer about this topic. But there have always been wars between powers, right? The various countries.
Yes.
If there was this race to space, war/race, like race to space. Who can get to the moon faster? Allegedly. See, I can use it. Who can
That's not the wrong. That's the wrong moment to use the allegedly. But okay, I'll give you that one. That type of using that allegedly can get us in a different type of group. The ones beneath the ground.
Hey, we can wear the same hat as the Starbucks boy girl.
Man.
But I don't know its pronouns. I don't know. I don't want to be a KR. I don't want no care. You're laughing, but I don't want to be insulting. I don't know, so
I
don't
know, I know you're not trying to be insulting, but this the what I'm the reason why I'm laughing is because you're not trying to be insulting. These people will take it as an insult.
Yeah, I mean, lose, it's a lose-lose basically.
It's a lose-lose. That's why you're. I know you're doing the best you can to be respectful.
Yeah. I'll just say, yeah. So, and now there's a race going on, like for chips, right? So it's like all these plants that are being built to be able to support artificial intelligence. So it's going to be, this is the future. We're only going to get more of these things. So more automations and more AIs. If you can't, even if you don't complain, your job might cease to exist.
Yeah. Yeah, I think look, I mean, the easiest jobs to automate right now are the ones behind the counter, where you're basically creating something that can be replicated by a machine. Coffee can be replicated by a machine if you try it hard enough. It wouldn't surprise me if the R&D team of Starbucks already has a machine ready for situations like this. It's only, again, sometimes people get pushed into a corner to revolt, and they start revolting not knowing that the revolt was artificially created. That's all I'll say. Asymmetrical thinking. Start using that,
That's
guys.
the thing. That's the thing.
Let's go to the next one. Bet gone wrong or just flown in one?
As opposed to asymmetrical.
Fair use.
I should remember I'm a lawyer.
Hey, I'm moving, I'm moving. I'm not fucking. I'm not fucking.
So a plane crash lands at the Riviera Country Club in the Pacific Palisades in Los Angeles, California. The plane reportedly had 3 people on board and was headed to Santa Monica Airport. For some reason which was unclear, they had to make a landing and try to do a hole-in-one.
Hey, I'm moving, I'm moving. I'm not fucking. I'm not fucking.
Jesus Christ! Imagine you're about to hit your hole-in-one or your record par, and then you see this joint coming towards you.
Was that always a golf course, or
That
is it
was a
something?
golf course. That's why I said.
But I know it was. I can clearly see that it's a golf course. My question is it a golf course that has existed for a while, or is it something that's like a couple of months old? Is what I'm asking.
Oh man.
That's all. That's all I'm asking here.
I would think it existed for a while because it's hard to well, I'm not gonna say what you
Transmutate.
I'm not gonna. You're leading me to a path of darkness right now, and I'm gonna stay away from that darkness. The Eye of Saurus is watching me, and I have to stop looking at it.
Cool.
Oh man, but hey, this is crazy, yo. Do you think, RJ, was it? No, I'm not gonna say that. Your thoughts on this?
Weird things can happen, but the positive side, because I know people who went to the States, and you can learn to fly. You can learn to fly in a lot of countries. I know people in Canada who have had planes, these small planes they fly. The great thing about them is that you can land them anywhere, and in that sense, it's safer. The less brighter thing is that I've heard a lot of stories of these small planes not functioning or having engine failures and so on and so forth. So it's still safer, if you're gonna have a accident, you would want it to be with a small plane like this instead of
a bigger one.
I'm not gonna say any, and I'm not gonna mention any names, but I'm not gonna mention any
don't
names.
mention no names
Because I don't want to end up in no list. On no list.
Or in my car smoking a cig, and before I know it, the cig is anyway. Shout out to the person who did what he did, man. RIP to him too. Last but not least, this was a crazy week in the NBA. Let's start it off with this one. Is NBA back? The Root Boys.
Hey, you suck. What? Let's go, man. Hey, you suck.
Lawyer just got back to me and told me I'm being charged for aggravated assault on an elderly person. And I completely confirmed those allegations because I was smoking on that LeBron that series. I'm really collecting all these old heads like Infinity Stones, search KD, now LeBron, and Curry. Be prepared to get your cheeks clapped because I'm coming for that ass. My lawyer just got back to me and told me I'm being charged for aggravated assault on an elderly person. And I completely confirmed those allegations because I was smoking on that LeBron that series. I'm really...
Lakers in 5. Hey, Drew, they hate to see me talk now, Drew. You ain't walking. How y'all gonna be with me? I just sent y'all home. Lakers in 5. And then look, when we was up 3-1, they said Lakers in 7.
Stephen, they had he had all the writers like that get a vote. They had Lakers in 6, Lakers in 7, Lakers in 5. You know what really turned me up? Pop here. He ain't gonna be barking up at Bruno like Luka like that. It's gonna be more respect. It's gonna be a little more respect.
Ant-Man, Batman, Superman, Lakers in 5. How y'all gonna be fucking with me? I just sent y'all niggas home. Hey, how they gonna do that? They be talking shit. Man, they been talking shit all week. Hey, all the analysts, what they say? Lakers in 5. And then look, when we was up 3-1, they said Lakers in 7. Go to hell today. Hey, Ty, what is it? Hey, the good guy gonna die in this movie. Hey, the good guy gonna die in this movie. Hey, Boy Chestnut died in this movie.
Hey, you mentioned Morris Chestnut. Is that your favorite movie, Boys in the Hood?
Nah, that ain't my favorite movie. My favorite movie, Matilda.
Matilda?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I've never seen it.
Are you tripping? Yeah, I need to go see that. Let's go, Trey. Trey, watch the home.
You think Kobe Bean Bryant would have went out like that tonight? Huh? The Kobe Bryant we know, he wouldn't have passed the ball to the motherfuckers. Hey, yo, you don't want to shoot it, bet. You won't get it, no goddamn no. Only way you get it is out the net, Those come down and call for the ball. Get out the goddamn way. I got it. Not you, bro. You standing in the corner. Yeah, that's what you over there doing, nigga. Well, you can do that for forever now. Retire. Get me some bitch in here that want to go and get it. KaiR, you understand? Come here. I'm right for Lincoln. KaiR, come here. I send LeBron back with his lover, AD and Dallas. That's why I send Bron. KaiR, come here. makes no damn sense if you ask me. LeBron James went out like a coward today. And I love LeBron, man. And this is coming from my heart tonight. He a fucking coward.
Crazy, RJ. Crazy series. By the way, the one talking about clapping cheeks, that was AI, I think. But
I know, yeah, that has to be AI.
But continue.
I'll just say this, and then we'll finish. But LeBron is still playing at an elite level. He's not the same LeBron as he used to be. So, but you could see him in this series. He was just laughing, having fun. He's just playing for fun now. He doesn't have the hunger to win. He's won in 3 different cities. He's played with his son. He might be waiting to play with his other son, but he's still averaging like 20-something points per game. So, but Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, he has that same, he gives me that MJ vibe. At least the trash talking, the toughness. He does have that. Like Kobe was the closest thing we've known to MJ, but Kobe was like more silent. But Ant-Man is loud. But the crazier thing is, than all of these things, is that my Detroit Pistons made, and I know you've been waiting for me to say this, but my Detroit Pistons has made a comeback in the NFL. Unfortunately, and I hope that's not what you have pending, or knowing you, the a-hole that you are. That's probably the video you have pending. The video that I shared with you. Oh, man.
Wow. Yeah, where is he? Where is he?
This is how they got.
Oh my God!
And they weren't even sent home. It was in their own place, man. Little Caesars.
They weren't sent home. They were literally sent home.
This was a Bronson is a giant, man, in a small man's body.
Damn it! I only can see him. Where is the defense?
That's an elite defender as well who was guarding him. Damn.
Let's count.
Wow.
1, 2,
Talk about some stones
3.
creating.
3 seconds. This man went to the bathroom, took a dump, and came back, tried to block the ball.
It was a dagger for sure. It was a dagger.
It's a dagger, man. Hey, we all take an L. Some take more frequent L's than others.
Detroit have. I mean, they've been out the out the playoffs for like 17 years or something, 17 seasons at least. So at least they're back. They have a young team, strong team, and it was clear that they were not experienced because they were making like dumb mistakes. But I'll tell you one thing, man. That Brunson dude he's legit.
Knicks are back.
He's legit.
Knicks are back.
Knicks aren't back either. Come on. They won against the number 6, the number 6 seed. Come on, they ain't back.
They're back before the Cowboys.
Did you hear have you ever heard Cat talk?
Cat? No.
Anthony Towns, their center?
No. Barely watch NBA, man. I just follow. This is the time when I usually tune in.
Guys, go check out.
This stuff like this?
If you know how he talks, just drop it. Tell us what you think about Cat in the comment section.
Is it the voice? Is it the?
I'll show you after the show.
Oh man. Okay, guys, let us know in the comments what you think. Do you think The NBA is back after a crazy week. LeBron crashing out. Lakers fans crashing out. People asking for their money back to send the white boy back to Dallas and bring back a crippled man. They rather see a crippled man stand in the court than whatever they got for that crippled man. Do you think machine baristas are the future? Are you going to fly in a no-fly zone around California? Drop your comments down below and we'll be featured the best comment in a future show. RJ.
Yes, thank you guys for tuning in, sticking with us until the end. Whatever your thoughts are, let it be known in the comment section below. Rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon as well, so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see each other in the next one. Till next time. Peace.
Peace.